Students of tertiary institutions in Oyo State came out in their numbers on Tuesday to protest against persistent school closure due to the strike action of the Academic Staff Union of Universities. Hi, welcome to What's Happening. These are the top 10 stories now. At number 10, the People's Democratic Party has shifted its National Executive Committee meeting earlier scheduled for May 5th to May 10th, 2022. The opposition party disclosed this in a statement by its National Secretary, Samuel Anyanwu, on Monday night. PDP said the earlier date clashed with the local government delegate elections involving all party members. Similarly, the PDP National Working Committee also rescheduled the screening appeal for all aspirants for governorship and presidential seats from May 3rd to May 4th. In a separate statement on Monday night by its National Publicity Secretary, Debo Ologunaba, the party said the adjustment in date was occasioned by the Eid al-Fitr celebration. At number 9, the lawmaker representing Oyo South Senatorial District, Senator Kola Balogun, has domed the People's Democratic Party. This was announced in a statement signed by Balogun's media aide, Dapo Falade, on Monday evening in Ibadan. Balogun, who is a younger brother of the Olubadan of Ibadan, Oba Lekan Balogun, is the vice chairman of the Senate Committee on Sports and Youth Development. His resignation from the PDP came a few days after he was denied a return ticket. The ticket had been handed to Chief Joseph Tegbe, who recently defected to the PDP from the All Progressives Congress. At number 8, Edo State government says it will begin evacuation of street beggars who are not ready to accept decent and meaningful ventures in the state. Edo Governor Godwin Obaseki said this while addressing the Muslim faithfuls who paid him a courtesy visit at the government house, Benin City, on Monday. Obaseki warned that anyone whose children were not in school but on the street begging or trading would be arrested and prosecuted. He stressed that in the next few weeks or months, he would no longer allow street begging in the state, as his administration believed that basic education was the right of every child in the state. At number 7, the Union of European Football Associations has banned Russian clubs from participating in the Champions League and all other European competitions next season. The European football's governing body announced this in a statement on Monday. It said Russia will have no affiliated clubs participating in UEFA club competitions in the 2022/2023 season. Russian clubs and national teams were suspended until further notice by UEFA in February in the wake of the country's invasion of Ukraine. At number 6, President Muhammadu Buhari joined other Muslim faithfuls at the parade ground of the Mambila Barracks in Abuja to perform the Eid al-Fitr prayer. Buhari, who briefly responded to questions after the prayer session, admitted to having sleepless nights over the security situation in parts of the country. He, however, promised to spare no efforts in dealing decisively and mercilessly with the criminal gangs. On the forthcoming general elections, the president reaffirmed the commitment of his administration to a free, fair and transparent process. At number 5, 2 more dead bodies have been recovered at the scene of the 3-story building which collapsed in Lagos State on Sunday night, bringing the death toll to 10. The director of the Lagos State Fire and Rescue Service, Margaret Adesheye, announced the development via the agency's Twitter handle on Monday, adding that responders were already concluding their operations. A 3-story building collapsed at 24 Ibadan Street off Herbert Macaulay Way, Ebutemeta, on Sunday night when the residents had gone to bed. Adesheye said that 10 bodies have been recovered, 6 males and 4 females. The fire service director said the responders were about to reach ground zero of the search and rescue operations. President Muhammadu Buhari has commiserated with families of those who died, sustained injuries and were affected in the building collapse. At number 4, the National Human Rights Commission says Nigerian journalists are faced with challenges such as intimidation and assassination, despite being critical agents for the protection of democracy and development. NHRC Executive Secretary Tony Ojukwu said this in a statement on Tuesday in celebration of the World Press Freedom Day. He described journalists as the oxygen of democracy, adding that journalists faced other challenges including censorship, harassment and in some cases assassinations, even though their constitutional duties are enshrined in the Constitution. Ojukwu said Nigerian journalists fought very hard to achieve our democratic status and deserve a better deal, unlike the current situation where many of them struggle with poor conditions of service. At number 3, the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency has said that ongoing investigation of a billionaire drug baron, Afam Malinson Ukatu, has led to the discovery of how the suspect imported 2 containers containing 1,284 cartons of tramadol into Nigeria in a single month. The NDLEA said the consignment, with a market value of over 22 billion naira, was imported into the country in October 2019. This was contained in a statement released on Tuesday by the NDLEA Director of Media and Advocacy, Femi Babafemi, in Abuja. The statement was in response to insinuations by some elements that NDLEA had no evidence to pin a crime on Ukatu, who is the chairman and CEO of Malinson Group of Companies. NDLEA added that investigations reveal Ukatu is a major importer of large consignments of different brands and high dosages of tramadol hydrochloride, ranging from 120 mg, 200 mg, 225 mg, and 250 mg, all of which are illicit. Ukatu owns pharmaceutical and plastic manufacturing companies, which he uses as a cover to import illicit drugs into Nigeria. At number 2, the governor of Oyo State, Rootstv, has said the ruling All Progressives Congress must take a stance on zoning. The APC has not decided on zoning the presidential ticket. The swapping of national offices was an indication of where its presidential candidate would come from. After a meeting with President Muhammadu Buhari in Abuja last week, the national chairman of the APC, Abdullahi Adamu, told reporters that the party had not taken a stance on zoning. In a statement on Tuesday, Governor Akeredolu, who is the chairman of the Southwest Governors Forum, said the issue of zoning must not throw the party into another round of crisis. He said it is the turn of the southern part of the country to produce the next president. The party leadership should have no difficulty in making pronouncements on this very important issue, just as it has fixed various fees for the purchase of forms. This must be done without delay. Finally, at number 1, students of tertiary institutions in Oyo State came out in their numbers on Tuesday to protest against persistent school closure due to the strike action of the Academic Staff Union of Universities. The students gathered in front of the University of Ibadan carrying placards with various inscriptions and calling for an end to the ASUU strike. Meanwhile, in Lagos State, a team of security officials, including men of the Nigeria Police Force, were stationed at the main gate of the University of Lagos following a planned protest by a group of students over the lingering ASUU strike. According to flyers distributed earlier, the student groups had declared mass protests across the country on Tuesday. Some of the locations listed on the flyers were University of Ibadan Main Gate, Unilag Main Gate, and some places in Edo State. But as of Tuesday morning, there was tight security at the main gate of Unilag. That's all for today, but before I go, I would like to remind you that the 2023 general elections is drawing closer. Do not fail to get your permanent voter's card. See you next time on What's Happening.